Seasons, greetings, and happy holidays. My name is Ben, and welcome back to the bench for a brand new episode of our 12 Sprues of Kit-mas holiday build series. We're coming off of Christmas Day, and I'm hoping you guys had an awesome time with family and friends. Maybe Santa left a couple of kits under your tree, maybe some paint, some plastic, some books, some references, who knows? But hopefully you guys had a great day yesterday. We're going to jump in here, though, on build day number 10. We're going to waste no time, and we're just going to see what we have in store for us today. Build day 9 was awesome. I had so much fun, so hopefully this day is just as much fun. Let's go ahead and punch on through here and fish around and find that label. So far, my girlfriend has done an amazing job setting these kits up in her order. I'm actually having a lot of fun with this, so I think this is probably one of the better series I've done so far in the 12 sprues. Let's go ahead and check that label. Looks like we will be building the 1/72nd scale Academy F4U-1 Corsair. Awesome. Now, I'm a huge fan of the Corsair. It's one of my favorite fighters of World War II. I especially like the early Corsairs, like the -1, especially the birdcage canopy version. I really like the look of that aircraft. So we're going to go ahead and have some fun with this one. It's got some cool box art. Let's go ahead and open it up here. Check out the parts. Just looking at the poly bag, they look fine. Finely recessed panel lines. We've got some nice surface detail, so I don't see any problems right off the bat. Let's go ahead and open them up though and check out the parts because it is an Academy kit, so you never know. So I've taken a little bit of time here and I've kind of gone through the parts and really great panel lines, really good surface detail. But I got to tell you, I'm a little confused as to exactly which version I'll be building because here's the deal. So far from my references and from what little I know of the Corsair, we have characteristics of a 1A, a 1D, a -4, and a -5 all in one box. And it's all supposed to be a -1. For example, the rear tail wheel. I know it's not that big of a deal, but the rear tail wheel on this is closed. So if I wanted to go ahead and have this as an ornament in a flying position, I'm going to have to go ahead and alter that tail wheel because the flush tail wheel doors, as far as I know, didn't come out till the -5. Also, over on the wings, we don't really have any sort of exhaust stubs here. They look almost like they're flash hiders, like if it's like a night fighter version or something, so they don't really look like they're supposed to. Otherwise, the surface detail is really, really nice. I'm really not that upset about it, but it is a little bit of an annoyance. Also on the top side of the wing, we have a cutout for a foot panel to go ahead and get the pilot into the cockpit. That didn't come out until the 1D. So if you want to build a 1A in the hopes of accuracy, you'd probably want to fill that. Even the cockpit isn't necessarily terrible, but it's also not really correct because it's got a cockpit floor on it. And now if I remember correctly from my references, the cockpit floor wasn't really put in there until I believe the -4. Before that, it would just kind of have these odd, awkward pedestals that you would sit on and that you would put your feet on. So there wasn't really a traditional cockpit floor. This has a cockpit floor on it. So I have some choices and some options here. I'm going to dig through the spares box, see if I don't have anything that might help or at least kind of get us to where we want to be. But I have a feeling we're going to have to make a decision. It's probably going to be to cut back and just build it as an ornament. I just like to build it a bit more accurately. So let me look at the spares box and try to figure out a game plan here. So we'll be right back. So after a little bit of deliberation here off camera, I've decided we're going to make this an ornament. We're going to close off bays. We're just going to put those doors in, glue them down, and we'll also go ahead and alter that rear tail wheel, and we'll go ahead and cut out a notch in the door. We'll glue the tail wheel down a little bit so you see that exposed, and we'll find something in the spares box and we'll make a little fairing right behind that. We have actually two different schemes we can use. We can have a tri-colored camo scheme, or we can have the overall glossy blue. We're going to go with the glossy blue camo version because I've already done two other tricolor camos, so I'm going to go ahead and go just with the straight gloss dark sea blue. So that's the version we're going to be building, and that is the aircraft of Ace Philip C. DeLong. So we're going to go ahead and use this version here. We're going to paint this up. We're going to apply those decals, and luckily for me, it is actually a 1D. So we can keep that footwell. We can use the canopy that we have here in the kit with the frames, and we'll be good to go. So let's go ahead and jump into that first time lapse. Let's get the basic assembly done. Let's get the wheel well doors glued in there. Let's work on that tail wheel. Let's get the canopy masked off and installed. We'll be back and I'll show you what we come up with. Let's get the party started. right, we are back, and so far the Corsair is coming together really well. I'm a little bit torn on this kit. The part fit has been excellent. Everything is dropped right into place. Nothing really seems like it needs any filler. It's just a really nice little model. Unfortunately, with all the different variations that are included in the kit, if accuracy is important to you, it's very difficult to figure out what you're actually building. But you know what? Other than that though, the kit itself, so far it has been a really nice model to build. Like I said, I'm a little bit torn on what I think about the model, but we're having fun, and that's really all that matters. So let's jump back into that time lapse. We're going to hit some Staunerez white primer. We're going to do some pre-shade of MRP acrylic sea blue. Then we're going to come in with a very thin coat of acrylic sea blue by MRP, and we're going to go ahead and make sure that we can get some of those panels showing through. We're going to gloss coat it. We're going to decal it, seal up those decals with another coat of Future, wait for that to dry, hit it with a little bit of a semi-gloss coat, throw some Easy Line on there, get that hook installed for an ornament, and we will be ready to rock and roll. I'll show you the finished product. All right, guys, let's keep it moving. We're almost there. All right, well, we are back and we have finished off our Corsair, and this has actually been one of the easiest and shortest builds I have done yet here on the series. It only took about 5 hours, so I'm actually very pleasantly surprised with how it turned out. Let me go ahead and grab it for you, and this is it. This is the F4U-1D by Academy in the markings of Philip C. DeLong. It's got that nice dark sea blue by MRP. The decals actually worked flawlessly on this one. I don't know how that happened, but it did. Get you a close up here, you can see no silvering. I'm amazed. The decals actually worked with me. They cooperated. Unfortunately, I did lose a tail hook out of it. I don't know what happened to it. It shot off my bench somewhere. Who knows? But I did alter that tail wheel, added in the fairing, altered the tail wheel doors so that tail could pop down below it. Again, MRP paint. I love their acrylic line. I've never tried their other line, but I love their acrylics. Actually did a very, very nice finish on this one, so I'm really pleased about that. Again, no silvering on the decals. These markings are super nice. They conform to the panel lines. I did make this an ornament. I did install some easy line, and I did install a little eye hook right here, just out of some twisted wire that I can use as an ornament hanger. I've got a twisted paper clip here, and as you can see, it just kind of hangs out right like that. Now, I did end up adding a little bit of nose weight in there. I don't know if I showed that, but I threw some BBs in the front so that it would hang a bit more level. Otherwise, I would have had to put the hole right down through the canopy, and I didn't really want to do that. So add a little bit of nose weight, and it sits fairly level. So as you can see, we are done with build day 10. A super fast build, very easy. The kit went together beautifully. Like I said, just with these weird variations. If you're a bit more into accuracy, it's not going to be a great kit for you. But if you're just going to build something for fun, this really, really worked well. And the decals didn't silver. I'm amazed at that. I used super hot water. That might have helped as well. And I used, of course, microsol microset. So that all went together. And I have a really cool little model that I can hang on my tree. So yeah, I am super pleased with how this turned out. I know the references showed a little bit more weathering here and there, but I didn't really want to chip it up. I'm not really used to chipping dark sea blue, so I just kind of had fun with it. Got a little bit of a wash there. It's an ornament, so it's not really going to be that big of a deal. And well, we're going to go ahead and just close the book on this chapter and move on to the next one. So until next episode, guys, thank you so much for watching. You know the drill. Go out there, get yourself some bench time, have some fun, build something cool. Hope you guys had a great day yesterday, and hope your rest of your holiday going up to the new year is super chill. And we will see you back here on episode 11, the 12 Sprues of Kit-mas. Thanks so much, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you soon.